Alberta for the second time this year. This time we were moose hunting. We were here previously doing a black bear hunt. My dad and I were both able to take black bears. While we're here, we might hunt for black bears because we still have one more tag each. But here's a clip of how our spring bear hunt went with John and Jen earlier in the year. We are headed to Edmonton, Alberta to go hunt moose with John and Jen. We're super excited. We're using our bows on this trip. We hunted with them for the bear hunt this spring and we became really good friends with them, so we're really excited just to spend time with them and hopefully we have a quick flight there. To Alberta, and now we're just getting our moose licenses with our wind cards. We're gonna start hunting in the morning. We're super excited, and it's gonna be cold tonight and cold in the morning, so those moose really should be moving. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. We just got to our guide's house. We're gonna get all settled in, make a game plan. We're here. We're here. We're here to hunt some moose.
Hey, good to see you. You beat me. Don't film me now.
This week we're going to be hunting with John and Jen Rivet, and to us they aren't just outfitters, they're really good friends. They've come to visit us in our hometown and we've hunted with them a few times, and we're just really excited to be back with them and be doing what we love, and we know how passionate they are about hunting, so we just really enjoy hanging out with these guys.
Dead on.
No matter how confident you are with your shooting, whenever you're archery hunting, you should always practice right before you go out on your hunt, just to make sure that nothing got bumped from traveling or anything. And not only that, but it does boost your confidence even a little bit more when you make that perfect shot right before you go out. It's our first morning here in Alberta. We've got the Argo ready. We're gonna drive back in there. There's a certain amount of time where you can drive and then you have to park and then start walking. So we're gonna call this morning, and this is my first time doing this kind of moose hunt, so it should be interesting. Moose, you want to start your day really early, especially for us because we had to drive with a truck to a spot, then we had to get on the Argo, and then we would actually have to walk on foot. So we would want to be where those moose were moving around and talking to us a little bit by the time the sun was rising. Big Boys TV will be right back. This week we're hunting in Alberta with John and Jen Rivet, and we're going after moose. For the first few days of this hunt, we didn't really see a whole lot.
I'm not afraid, and I'm not naked.
The first couple of days I stayed pretty positive. We just kept waiting to see that bull step out or hear him when we were calling to him. When you're going on a moose hunt, you're really filled with so much anticipation and excitement because you're just hoping that around the next corner there's going to be this big bull moose just standing there.
If we didn't have any wind, that'd be nice. Because we're in moose country. We've got 3 fresh tracks right now.
And Argo on this hunt is really essential because of the terrain is so difficult. There's rivers that we have to go through. There were actually times where we had to get right out while John would try to cross this swamp. And without it, we would have to walk like 1,000 miles just to find a moose. We're out here this morning, and we just decided to walk down this trail where we've been seeing lots of moose sign. So we've been stopping probably every 100 yards or so and calling, and we haven't heard anything yet. We heard some wolves this morning, but still waiting to hear from the big boy. Hopefully soon. Found a spot where some moose had been bedding and there's some branches broke off like there was a bull in here. So we set the decoy up and we're getting set up. Neither my dad or I will be taking it, but hopefully we at least see one. The first few days, we really didn't see much. We saw some sign and we saw one cow, but we just weren't finding the big bull. always
He'll
does.
live.
He always does. He always touch me. Stop.
That was an elk.
After the first few days of really not seeing much, we were starting to get discouraged.
Gotcha.
We weren't finding much sign, we weren't seeing a whole lot. We were honestly getting kind of bored because nothing was happening. At this point, we had been hiking all day, and Austin and I were really exhausted, so we decided to sit and wait while my dad and John brought the Argo to us. And of course, as we're sitting there with my release off, this moose steps out right behind us, and we were just not prepared at all. That's crazy. Austin and I are just sitting here waiting for John and my dad to get back with the Argo, and a moose steps out. I think he was a decent sized moose, I don't really know, but it was a moose, and it stepped out right in front of us. It was at 60 yards. We were trying to call to it, but we have no idea what we're doing. We don't know how to call to moose. We don't hunt moose. That was crazy. I cannot believe that just happened. I wish John and my dad were here so we could go after it, but that's crazy. While you guys took off,
We had a moose
we
come.
had a moose, a bull. He was standing right behind that tree right there. We're sitting here, not even remotely
Did
ready.
you kill him?
No,
So why are you talking so loud then?
I'm so excited.
Well, shut up.
Since the moose hunting really wasn't working out, my dad and I decided we were going to take our extra black bear tags from the spring and use them and see if we couldn't shoot a black bear in the evenings.
To paint my face.
Jonathan?
My lips are so dry. This is my favorite. Watermelon wave.
My dad and I each have a tag left from this spring, so we're gonna sit in a stand that he's been baiting all summer and all of this fall, so hopefully we'll see a black bear tonight. Dad, enough! Oh my, I'm not doing another interview. It's gonna be pretty intense because they're gonna be really close, but it'll be cool. I won't be so scared. You better have that gun. So on the first night we sat with John, but we only saw one bear and it just didn't present me with the right shot, so we were hoping that it would come in the next night. We're headed out to the bear stand, well, the bear ground, because we're gonna go sit on the ground again. The moose are still not cooperating, and we're still gonna keep hunting bears in the evenings. We had a bear come in last night. Hopefully he'll come back tonight. I'm gonna shoot him as soon as he stands broadside. It'll be sweet. We just came into the bait, and there's already a bear not far away from here, so we're gonna put some more bait out. think I just shot a bear. Well, I shot one. I didn't hear a death moan. I don't like when I can't hear a death moan. I'm sitting with Jen Rivet. These guys are awesome. We saw this bear last night when I sat with John, and I said, if he comes back, I'm gonna shoot him. He came back, made a perfect shot. He went, I don't know, 60 yards. We found him. This is just awesome. My PSC worked amazing. My Ramcat, perfect pass through. I couldn't be happier. Beautiful fall black bear. This week we've been in Alberta on a moose hunt, but I actually ended up taking a black bear. But now we're gonna fast forward a little later in the year to where we were hunting whitetail. Our whitetail hunt was with Kelly Semple with Southpaw Outfitters. I really enjoyed hunting with her because she is a woman and she actually is the boss of all these guys that are around here, and she knows everything about these deer. She knows every deer by name and she knows the score of all of them, and she really does just a great job. For the first few days it was pretty boring. We saw some does and fawns, but not a whole lot of bucks, and we were doing all day sits. It's from 6 in the morning till 6 at night, and it was like negative 20 degrees, and we were just waiting for that big boy to step in. On day 5, we decided that we would change it up a little bit. We would sit in our same spot in the morning, and then we would go to a totally different area in the evening. They had shown me some trail camera pictures of a buck that was hanging out around there, so we were really hoping that he would step out. Tonight we've switched spots. We're in this big clover field. It's covered in snow right now. It's pretty cold, but there's a really nice buck that's been showing up here on trail camera. They showed me some pictures before we came out here, and he's a nice buck. So hopefully he'll step out tonight. I've got my Horizon Firearms 300 Win Mag all loaded and ready to go, and hopefully we have a good night here in Alberta. Stepped out, and all I could think is that we had been sitting in the wrong spot all week. It only took him 20 minutes to even come in front of us. This buck was heading towards the edge of the field, and we're pretty sure he might have smelt us or saw us because he stopped, so I knew that was my moment when I needed to make the shot. Did you get him?
Oh yeah. Stay on. He's getting bigger as we get closer, Jada.
Finally, after sitting for 5 days and not seeing much, I had my big boy down.
That's the big one.
That's definitely the bigger one. It's a really nice buck, biggest buck I think I've ever killed. I used my Horizon Firearms 300 Win Mag, and it did the job. I mean, dropped him right in his tracks. This is a beautiful buck, got some really nice tine length on him, and I just couldn't be happier.
I know it.
So it was awesome.
Good job.
All in all, we had a great time in Alberta this year. Well, we really love hunting in Alberta because you can hunt anything from small game to big game. All 4 seasons are absolutely gorgeous up there, and we really look forward to going back up there every year. For the views for drive from the truck to where the okay, visited us a couple times. Did I screw that up again? Very early. Struggling today.
I would think, not because you're seeing a lot, because
I would have to walk like a ton.
how far?